Today we will be observing the Allosaurus population on the island, their behavior, hunting tactics, nesting practice, and their social cues. This here is a healthy young male Allosaurus, signified by his brightly colored face and markings. Elder Allosaurus can also be identified by the color of their scales. As with age and time in the sun, their once vibrant colors will have dimmed and become dull, as well in some cases covered in many scars from their long life. They will also seem more lethargic, resting more often and moving slower from time to time. Elderly may be cast out of packs from their inability to produce young any longer or keep up during hunts to pull their weight. However, many of the Allosaurus stories on this island start here, with a chance meeting. When male Allosaurus meet away from females, they will size each other up before either moving on their separate ways or banding together in a bachelor pack. There is safety in numbers, as well as more options of prey. These packs of males tend to be quite rowdy, constantly chuffing in search of females. Up to 4 adult males have been seen packing together. No more than that has ever been documented. When in these bachelor packs, they will work together to hunt and bring down prey. However, males have a very low tolerance for other males and will constantly fight over who eats first, as well as who leads. Male Allosaurus do not bond with other males and only lightly bond with any females he may travel with. A male city party patrolling his territory, a perfect meal for our trio of bachelors. In the presence of a fresh kill, the males will fight for dominance to determine who eats first. These fights, where they can get quite bloody, never end in death. Dominance fights like this one will continue to happen until a hierarchy is formed, with the strongest of them being allowed to eat first and lead the pack. That does not mean the other males have to be happy about it. However, these fights are important to their social structure. Where some Allosaurus will give a warning to other carnivores to protect food or personal space, others will not and will outright bite offenders that get too close. This intolerance to other creatures extends to all their size and smaller. Female Allosaurus are the opposite of their male counterparts, forming lasting bonds with other females. Rather, they were born in the same pack or met as adults. Females are also duller in color or more uniform in coloration. Bonded females, like these two, will care for one another, sleep close when it's cold, and will actively defend each other. Startled by a third female who seems very happy to see more females, this new female seems to have been alone for quite some time. Old scars around her neck and face likely being the cause, as males judge a female harshly on whether she can produce young or not. If she cannot, he will attempt to out her by aiming bites at her neck and face. When bachelor packs come in contact with a swoon, a pack of females, their fragile alliance breaks and a battle begins. These battles can be drawn out and gruesome, as the females will only follow and breed with the strongest male. So where these fights rarely end in death, it is not unheard of, unlike their normal dominance battles over food, which never end with death. Once one male stands as the victor, he will approach the females to greet them and look them over, taking note of their scar placements as well as their health. The females, on the other hand, look more so at the male's health and coloration, while also familiarizing with his scent. Sometimes in packs, like this one where one of the females has scars on her face and neck, the male will ignore her for a while. It will take him longer to approach her or give her any affection or attention. He may even end up driving her out of the pack altogether, if she were more closely bonded to the other females. They may try to stop this from happening, as the male will not fight all his females. Every so often, the male will test the receptiveness of his females by moving close to them and snapping his jaws. Moving away, like seen here, means the females are not ready to nest. Most females in the pack will come into season at the same time, so should she still be around when the other two are receptive, the male will then check her and breed with her to test if she can produce young. Stegosaurus, a favored prey of Allosaurus packs. The pack will start by separating the male from the female and the young, as making them run is easier than trying to fight two grown adult stegosaurs. This creature is no easy prey to take down, but the risk here is worth the reward. Allosaurus are endurance hunters. Their aim is to bleed out their prey, not to take them down with brute strength. Having earned the submission and respect from the females of the pack, the male is allowed to eat first. This social structure not only creates balance, but the females know by keeping the male well fed, their future young have greater chances of hatching strong and healthy. After some time, and now with only 2 females remaining, the male is now again testing their receptiveness. This time, however, with each female returning the jaw snapping gesture, the male knows they are ready to nest and will lead them to a suitable nesting site, rather a cave or dense bush cover in a forest. Bonded female Allosaurus will lay their clutches together, defend their nest and raise their young together. The father will have nothing to do with the care or upbringing of the kits, as his sole job is to watch for rival males or threats. Once the kits hatch, they cry out to their mothers, only going quiet and resting once they feel her nuzzle them, as her warmth soothes them to curl up to regain their strength. After the kits are soothed, the mothers will move away to allow the male to investigate the nest. This allows him to confirm that his females can indeed produce young. After which, he will mark each female with a nip to her tail. This marks them as breeding females. Allosaurus prefer to build their nests in caves or in dense bushes because their nesting season falls in Theros, a very hot summer-like season on this island. Allosaurus have never been documented having clutches larger than 3. These females have managed to produce one each. Both kits are female. Juvenile kits are ready to leave the nest, now full of energy and capable of following their mothers. However, should a kit not be able to keep up or show signs of being sickly, their mother is likely to leave them behind, as only the strongest survive in this harsh world. Allosaurus will become seasonally territorial when nesting or raising young. They will defend their chosen nesting site as their own until their young reach juvenile. On this island, Allosaurus are classed as a large carnivore. Allosaurus are diurnal, traveling during the day and resting when they can at night. Allosaurus are unable to regulate body heat in cold climates. So they are a common sight in temperate parts of the island or even in the hotter climates found around the island. During downtimes, kits will chase and play keep-away games with each other under the watchful eyes of their mothers. As they grow, so does their curiosity about everything around them. Albino individuals are seen as sickly unless proven otherwise. Due to this, any offspring affected with albinism will need heavy protection from their mothers to keep their father from killing them. Since this young female has shown no real signs of sickness, her mother was quick to defend her. With both his females pushing him away from the kits, the male will simply keep his distance and watch for any possible future signs of the albino kit being sickly. As the kits grow into adolescence, they are granted more freedom as well as taken on hunts to observe from a distance, hiding from view in foliage to learn from observation how to hunt. This is also a dangerous point in their lives, with the adults distracted with the hunt should anything spot or find the young Allosaurus alone. The kits would be in great danger of becoming the hunted without the protection of their mothers. Lessons are learned from experience. This young female is learning the social structure of who eats first. This lesson will be carried with her until one day a male proves himself to her and is granted the same right. Kits that venture too far from their mothers will be recalled with guttural hisses and chuffs. If the calls are ignored, their mother will run them down and force submission out of them as a form of punishment. This also serves as a lesson to stay close. There is safety in numbers. As the young reach sub-adulthood, females will separate on their own, instinct pulling them to wander off and find a male of their own. Where males would need to be chased off by their fathers, as any female in the pack that isn't his mother can be challenged for. So, to stop this from happening, fathers will chase off their sons. A familiar male has found the pack and wishes to try again at winning the females over. This striking male has already lost to the pack's male once, but with this more even battlefield, he takes his chance. The pack's male has won yet again, sending the other male away for a second time. What would happen had he lost? If the current male is defeated, the females would then follow the winning male, as he has proven his strength to them. This is why females only bond with other females, because the male they follow is the strongest to ensure the best genes are passed on. Allosaurus are more so cautious of carnivores larger than them. If faced with aggressive behavior, the pack will run for their lives. This adult male T-Rex is not happy with their presence, and if he catches them in his territory again, he is sure to kill them. This interaction was their only warning to not come back. Greeted with curiosity and not aggression, the pack keeps a watchful eye on the male Spinosaurus, admiring his colors before moving on.